So then I thought that was it, the highlight of my life. Well, 5 minutes later, he sent another person, and then another person. And the third person he sent was a man who had been paralyzed for 3 years, hadn't been able to use his right leg or his right arm. And then I'm like, Dr. What are you doing? He's like, no worries, just press this additional point. It's fine. So then I'm like, oh, so much pressure. And then I remembered, oh, I can give 100%. Also, this man, he was so lovely. He's the kind of person you turn out the lights and he beams. You know, all the doctors, the nurses love so much. They just loved him. I'm like, why am I getting in the way of his healing? Why am I getting in the way of his healing? I can give 100%. So we do the whole process. His wife was there as well. And I said to him, what do you want? I want to play tennis again. I was like, very good. A little bit nervous about that. Anyway, we did the whole process, all the points, and we'll show for the female you measure from the navel to the toes, but for the man you actually the shirt comes off and you measure from the navel to the nipple. Yeah, so it's different. So that's something actually when sometimes I'm at my mom's house, she always wants to get a whole lot of people over for marmaa. But if I do marmaa on the men first, and then I'm like, anyone else want marmaa? The women are not raising their hand. So my mom has to clarify that point. Anyway, so we're with this man who was paralyzed for 3 years, and I'm doing the whole process, and I'm giving my 100%, and then just surrendering the rest. You know, and at a certain point, he was going to get off the table, and his wife was coming, getting ready to catch him, and I said, "No, go." So I had her stand on the other side of the room, and I stood him up, and I said, "Get the image of what do you want? What do you want?" And there's a second marmaa for this particular thing, and then I says, "Okay, go ahead and walk 6 steps." It's so magical. You know, you take his first step in 3 years, and then another step, and then another step, and he went over and he hugged his wife, and they're both in tears, you know. I was in tears. I went in, I said to Dr. Ram, I was a little bit nervous because Dr. Dogmar doesn't like to be interrupted. But I opened her, I'm like, you gotta see what's happening. He's walking. Dr. Dogmar pushed aside Dr. Ram and came in and saw her patient walking back and forth. So she told the other doctor, okay, you go be with Dr. Ram. I'm staying in here. By the end of the day, there was like, they kept calling more and more doctors to come and see what was happening. There's like 3, 4, 5 doctors by the end of the day, and marmaa after marmaa after marmaa. That's when I got a clue. Why does Dr. Ram have more energy at the end of the day than when he starts? It's because he's giving us 100% and it generates energy actually. After this whole experience happened with the man who was paralyzed, I remember though I had to go into the bathroom and I was just crying. I just said, thank you, God, that these masters preserved this ancient science so that it's still on the earth today. And that we can alleviate pain in such a simple, natural, easy method. You know? Just real briefly, I'm going to tell one other story and then we'll do marmaa for David. Then I thought that was the best day of my life. Then we go to Berlin where we were about to start the 2-year training, practitioner training, which Sanjay was a part of. Also, someone else who's in the course but isn't here. And as we're going, Suyogi says to Dr. Ram, she heard about what happened in Frankfurt, so she says, who's going to do the marmaa today? Are you going to do, or is Dr. Clint going to do? And he says, we'll see. And she said, there's one person I think, Dr. Ram, you have to do. She's coming from England, and she's hearing voices, and she's speaking voices, and she's speaking like her parents are scared. It's like she's possessed. You know, she's speaking languages she never was taught. And she's becoming violent and aggressive and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, yeah, Dr. Ram, you please do that. You know? Anyway, we're in the middle of doing marmaa, and it's so beautiful. It's like one round of applause after another of beautiful things happening. And all of a sudden, Dr. Ram calls me into his office. And he says, oh, good. Actually, I went into his office to ask a question, and there's a family gathered around the table. And he says, oh, good. Dr. Clint is here. He has been trained in this ancient art and science of marmaa shakti. He's going to do the marmaa for you. Dr. Clint, can you take her pulse? And so I took her pulse, and later he told me what was the thing in her pulse. But then I didn't realize at the time, but then I found out this was the girl who was possessed. So then my heart started beating fast. And I as the family went out, I said, Dr. Ram, I don't know. I only heard stories of him helping people. I never actually seen it before. He says, don't worry. You can give your 100%. is to press this extra point. And if she becomes violent, then come get me. I was like, that's not helpful. So then I go and I thought, okay, I'm gonna do my 100%. They've been guided here for this reason. This is a magical divine moment opportunity. So we did the whole marma. I pressed the extra point. And at first when I had asked her, what do you want? There was a different voice, like a man's voice says, what do you want? So then I'm like, okay, who am I talking to? Okay, thank you for that. Now can I talk to, and I said the name of the girl. I said, thank you so much for telling me what you want. Beautiful people. So then I said the name of the girl, and I says, what do you want? And then this clear girl's voice says, I want peace. Yeah. So I was like, very good. I still want this for you, and I want it for me, and I want it for the whole time. So we did the whole process, and when she got up, was so surprised. She says, I felt like something went out of me and a gap closed. And her brother, who's a martial artist, was in tears. He's like, really? Really? And we were asking her what percent better, and it's so powerful. So it works on not just a physical, but a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. Very, very powerful. And I'm so grateful to Dr. Naram for devoting his life to study with these masters in such a way that that knowledge could be captured and then transmuted and passed on. So now we're going to do one more marma, but first of all, actually, let's just close our eyes just for a moment. Just think about all of the masters and all of their efforts, all of their lives, all of their love poured into this ancient science, passed down, master to student, and just in our hearts, we say thank you. Thank you. Thank you to the divine for inspiring them in the first place. So David, are you ready for this? Okay, so come on up, you can take your shoes off, and also, yeah, you already know what you want, or you want me to take you through that process? Okay, good. Oh no, you can keep them on. Okay, so first of all, close your eyes. See a white frame here. Right hand. So David, tell me, what do you want? I would like to give you a promise to our deep integration with our economy in a wonderful new area, and with this community to just get healed to all the suffering and all the pain. Beautiful, very, very good. When that happens, what will you do? I would like to be a healer with Heimat, like a healing center there, and over there, like a central place for like a safe environment for the healer, and just spread the healing wave to the earth. Beautiful. So have an island, be a healer, and send the waves to the whole earth. Very good. Good. Can you see that image of doing this? Good. What color do you see? Orange. Beautiful. So open your eyes. Is there any discomfort or pain that you feel in your body right now? Like at the back, I got like it's not straight. My energy is not flowing regular. It's not like my energy is flowing. Got it. So you don't feel a consistent flow of energy. It feels sporadic. Yes. I got like a lot of blocks. Like one big block over here, and a lot of blocks in my mind. So on a scale of 0 to 10, what are the blocks here? 8. And the blocks in your mind? I would say 5. 5. Good. So this definitely can work on a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual level. Who wants to see some awesome thing happen for David? Okay. Just out of curiosity, go ahead and bend, don't push yourself, but just show us where it goes naturally. Super flexible already. You do yoga? No, slow. All right, so go ahead and take your shirt off, and then we'll do this process. Yeah, take your shirts off. There it is. We still need you, man. Sandhya, can you help as well? I just want to acknowledge Sandhya. She traveled with Dr. Ram almost every country, every city, helped him pack the bags in the morning before, or the night before. It was just so service oriented with so much love, and also is an instrumental in helping do the final preparations for the book to be translated into Japanese. Facing up. From here to here, what number is that? 32. And then from here to here is what number? So 2 centimeters. Okay, so we all want to see some awesome thing happen for David. So put again your finger, second finger, Om, David, Haringa, Swaha. Om, David, Haringa, Swaha. Om, David, Haringa, Swaha. You guys were doing? And from here to here? Yeah, just over 33. And from here? 33. Yes. Stand up and take 6 steps, starting with your right foot and then turn to the right. And again, 6 steps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Turn to the right. Fantastic. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, good. Now close your eyes again. I want you to see that image as a healer. On the eye, you can see the white. Take a deep breath in. Breath in. You see yourself just with your eyes closed, and you see yourself touching your palms to the ground. My palms. Okay, you can see that? Go ahead and bend over and touch your palms to the ground.
Like the flow, energy flow over here is totally flowing. Like the block is totally gone.
Yeah, let's give a big round of applause for that. I don't know if you could put a number to the mental block, but
The mental block, my voice, I feel that my voice is stronger here. So the mental block is like, say,
yeah, let's give a big round of applause for that. And start the first entry, right? What does you want? And then now this channel is open, and so many inspiration and insight will come to you. And keep a journal, write those things down. Also, the beautiful thing is when the circulation happens, the blocks go further and further away. It becomes better and better. And so, what if things get better? Is that okay with you? Yeah. Okay. Again, let's give a big round of applause.
You imagine this community, I never had like people around me who are so lovely. So this is amazing. Like, I don't know, I can't express it in other way. They are so helpful and so lovely.
So close your eyes. Can you imagine touching your knuckles? So all the way up to here on the ground. Can you imagine that? Okay, go ahead and touch your What? He's bending all the way over. Can you touch where your knuckles touch the ground like this? Oh, that's too easy for him. Okay, can you see where you can touch your palm to the ground like that? Ah, fantastic. We need some more challenges for him. Okay, again, one more big round of applause. The final thing I'll share, I forgot about the story with Dr. Dagmar. The beautiful circle happened the next time we went back to Frankfurt. The first person who came up to me was Dr. Dagmar. And she says, Dr. Clint, I have back pain. Can you help me? I was like, I would be so honored to help you, Dr. Dagmar. And then she pulled Dr. Ram aside. She's like, I thought you were never going to teach this. But even the video guys in there doing miracle after miracle. So all of us can learn, as long as you have the heart. It's about knowing, doing, and being. Knowing, doing, and being. Not just the technical, logistical stuff, but your being. The being that you help pull through. So, yeah, Ilka?
One question. How important is it, because the beginning you needed 3 persons to press this point and this point also, but I'm alone. How important are these 2 points?
Yeah, it's really helpful if you have people there. Now, sometimes I'll have to do it without people. But yeah, and again, this is more advanced, so we don't encourage you to do this or the neck one yet. We have to see as time goes on, so you don't have to worry about that quite yet. Good. Any other questions? Good. I just want to again acknowledge Dr. Giovanni. Thank you. It's amazing.
Wow, there are fantastic healer in between of us. Yeah, everyone is expressing love through whatever methods they've learned. Before I was having some stiffness. They have had different ways. So thank you for everything. This is just with love. This is the first requisite, the first condition. First condition to go deeper in this system. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, who has had such an amazing day? I want to see. Yeah. Who's going to learn something that has changed your life or that can change your life?
Yeah.
Amazing. We started by learning about herbs, learning about marmaa, just one after another. Actually, Dr. Dagmar, when we were doing the marmaas, she on stage, we were doing it once in front of, it was in front of Kos. You remember this? The island of Kos. So it's the same island where Hippocrates came from. You know, the Hippocratic Oath that all doctors swear to do no harm. Same island where he came from. Kos. Thank you so much. I should have asked you first, actually, from Greece. Kos. We're on the island of Kos, and there was a conference, a convention. There was about 200, 300 doctors in the audience as Dr. Ram was sharing this and demonstrating this. I remember Dr. Dagmar's enthusiasm and excitement about having this come back into that world, you know? And when you really have an interest in helping, you don't want to do harm. You don't want to just give a medication that masks something and creates more problems and another medication. And so many of those doctors got so excited. There's another tonsil marmaa that we demonstrated, where you press the points and the tonsil shrinks and the problem goes away without having to cut the tonsils. I remember after that, I had about 3, 4 ENT doctors come up to me, and they were both excited and felt guilty. How many little kids they gave nightmares to because they cut out the tonsils when you just had to do certain marmaas and diet and herbs that could resolve the problem so the tonsil could stay in. It could be a guard against the infection. When the tonsils are gone, lots of times the infection goes straight in. So marmaa on so many levels is so powerful, and I'm excited for you to be at least at this stage of the journey, where you can start doing some marmaas. Actually, you know what would feel appropriate is if, okay, maybe tomorrow, sometime we'll teach you some marmaas, definitely that you should do as a practitioner to give yourself energy, to boost your immunity, to bring you peace of mind, to bring you into the state of alpha. There's all these kind of marmaas too. Now, what we want to do is just for a few minutes, actually, first of all, just stand up and stretch. And then we're going to do one more short activity, but just stretch. Go ahead and feel your legs like this, move your body, twist a little bit, bend over, see if you can bend as far as David. Yeah. See if you can move your neck like Ilka. Man, what a gift it is to have a body, huh? And I move it and feel it. Yeah. Okay, good. Now, go ahead and sit down and get your notebooks out. Your notebooks. Good. Dr. Ron would always talk about discover yourself. Discover yourself. Now, I'm so loving that there's 108 people in the Healing Path Practitioner Training. 108. It's so cool. We didn't plan that, it just happened. So every one of you watching who's recording or here is here for a reason. Like you're an important part of it. Your contribution is so important. And we want to know your strengths. So go ahead and put down your name, your country, your strength. You can actually, yeah, you can rip it out either now or in a moment. This is something we'll have you turn in. But just at the top of it, your name, your country, and then Dr. always says, discover yourself. In this 3-year healing path, if one of you, like Anja, I'm not just saying this has to be you, but if you discover, you know what I really want isn't actually to be a healer, but I want to be a famous singer, then I would be like, yes, good, do that thing. You know, we want to focus on your strength and on your passion and on what do you want. Now, even within the healing tradition, there's people who have different strengths. So some people, if you just actually this would be fun just to do it before I give you some options, just make sure you get your name and your country. I just want you to close your eyes just for a moment. Close your eyes for just a moment. And I just want you to think about times where people have told you, whoa, do you know you're good at that thing? Think about all the time someone acknowledged, whoa, you are so good at that thing. So just open your eyes and start writing down those things. What is it that people have told you you're good at, you're great at, that they appreciated you? It's your ability to communicate, it's your ability to organize things, maybe it's your ability to listen really well, you're a great cook. And again, one or two more things. And people have said, you're really good at this thing. Go down the last thing. All right, close your eyes one more time, and I want you to think about all the times where you felt so alive. There's some researchers that call it the flow. You know, you're not as attached to time or space. You don't care how much energy it takes, but you're just in the flow. What are those things that you're doing where you just realize, wow, I learned this quickly, or I did this well. You don't have to be the best in the world, but good at it. And there's something where you know, I'm good at this thing. I did this thing well. About all those moments where you recognize it in yourself. And open your eyes and go and write it down. What are some of those things where you recognize, I'm good at this thing? Yeah, you can just put a line, a little line, the same list. What are some of those things you recognize? Like, you don't have to be the best in the world, but you feel good when you're doing it. You recognize you have a talent with it, or a gift with it, or you enjoy doing it. You really enjoy doing that thing. Maybe it's connecting people with each other. Maybe it's explaining a difficult concept in a really simple way. Maybe it's understanding something quickly. Maybe it's feeling someone else's feeling, being able to help them feel understood. Some things that you recognize, you know what, I'm good at this. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's speaking, maybe it's watching TV. About regarding organization stuff versus should we just do this today right now? Just wait a little bit. Right. Yeah. So we'll wait till Friday. Maybe you're good at forgiving people. Maybe in your presence, people just want to open up. Discover yourself. What is it that you're good at? Okay, right, one more thing, and then we have one more activity along these lines. Okay. Now, this needs to be one person with one person. Actually stand up for this one. Match up with one other person, but don't talk yet. But stand up and face this other person. Let's go ahead and stand up and face another person, match up, make sure everyone has a partner. Okay, make sure everyone has a partner. Okay, let's see here. Great. Hey, Charmy and Keeper, are you partners? Can you be partners with each other? Rajini, you have a partner? Great. Does anyone raise your hand if you do not have a partner yet? Anyone not have a partner? Okay, good. So now, just for a moment, notice that the first thing when you look at someone, what happens? There's a little bit of awkwardness. And just, this sounds a little bit counterintuitive. Actually, I'm going to skip that part. I just want you to look in their eyes. Just connect with them. Connect on a deep level. Atiti Devo Bhava. See if you can see the divine in them beyond the form. And then this amazing form that's in a body and in this room. I want you to see if you can connect with them. Their young self, their little kid self. And then see if you can connect with them many, many years from now. As a very mature self. You see, we can connect with their pains and trials, and their victories and their triumphs, their loves and their heartaches. You see all of them. You take in all of this beautiful, powerful process. I want you to connect with a knowingness. The person who has the longest hair will start, and we'll start with these words. The greatness I see in you is. The greatness I see in you is. And then you don't overthink it. You just start speaking the words. What is the greatness you see in them? And if it feels comfortable, you can hold their hands. If it feels comfortable, you can just look in their eyes. However it feels good to you. Longest hair starting, 2 minutes. The greatness I see in you is. One more minute, the greatness I see in you is. One more minute, the greatness I see in you. One more seconds. I'm going to go ahead and complete that thought and then switch. And the person with the shorter hair will start. The greatness I see in you. Actually, first of all, you can hug each other or whatever feels good. Thank you for witnessing me. Thank you for seeing me. And you can pause, look in their eyes, and the person with the short hair. Go ahead and start. Greatness I see in you. Greatness I see in you. Move back to your seat and start writing anything else that you became aware of. Anything else that you became aware of. You can choose. All right, go to do a hug your partner and then move back to your seat. Pull out your notebook and start writing anything else that you became aware of yourself. Anything else that you became aware of yourself. Some strength, some greatness inside of you. Feel free to write down any of that, any of those additional things you can. One more, we'll have 1 minute just to write something. Any other insights that came with that experience? Strengths that you have. What's great about you? All right, finish up this last thought. You can continue tonight to journal if you want to. Finish up this last thought. Beautiful. I encourage you to take a picture of your sheet. Take a picture of it and then actually, you're ask you to hand it in. Because we want to read through each of your sheets. It's a very safe space. We love you. You're gonna take a picture of it and then hand it to one person at your table, and then that one person can come and maybe you guys help collect from your tables. For those who are watching at home or wherever you're watching, you can submit it through WhatsApp, and who should we have them send it to you, Dr. Herman, or which way? Yeah, or send it to the email address.
Email education data.
Okay. So for everyone watching at home or watching this recording,
Dr.
send
Clint.
the education at IUShakti. Oh, you're right. Send the education at iushakti.com. That's the email address, right? I want to make sure I got it right.
Yeah, .com.
At .com, iushakti.com. Education at iushakti.com. Just make your list and send it in, because it'll be useful for something we're going to do. Right. This is part one of the Discover Yourself activity. Part one. Name, country, and then everything else. So take a picture of it and hand it in. I want to see who is Renara's partner. Who is Renara's partner? Is that you, Arshia? One of the things you said, the greatness I see in you is you can really move your body so much that it moves the whole bus. You're the answer. You know the world. part one of Discover Yourself. We'll do another part later on. But thank you so much for giving your 100%. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Dr. Han. We'll do some logistics.
Thank you, Dr. Klein. Dr. Klein is always great energy. Even after and a lot of energy for another couple of hours, I believe. His personality, his presence, enough is only the presence makes a big difference. And when he starts talking, it's like a really motivation, inspiration. Thank you for helping us. Helping us to look into on inside. What is the strength? Normally, we ignore our quality, our strength, our power. We don't know. We are good in many things, but we don't know. It is very important to know in which and what we are good, super. Sometimes some other people recognize our strength and then they say, oh, I'm good in that. And why it's important to know that in what we are good. It boosts our confidence. It adds our confidence. It's helping to spread more positivity in us. And it helps us to do more and more and more what we want to do. I like to thank you, Dr. Priyanka, for sharing her wisdom, knowledge, experience of more than 15 years about herbal remedies. She explained very well. So it's a beginning that she made it easy, explain about supplements, how it works, what is the behind, how it's an indication and all. Thank you, Dr. Priyanka, for your time and sharing your wisdom. Thank you, Dr. Ram, for showing us all these different pain marmaa, which will be very useful for us in our practice, and maybe that will help many different clients and many different people all over the world in different parts. And always you will get lots of blessings everywhere. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Giovanni, Dr. Clinton, Vinay, for showing this powerful technical marmaa and milk marmaa. You can see many different benefits today. Thank you for sharing and showing us this cognitive power, which we learned from Dr. Nara. We all receive this. Marmaa is Dr. Nara's gift to this world. Otherwise, marmaa is just a body part, anatomy. It's not the acupuncture or acupressure. It's the different point to press and to channelize the energy. It's something special from Dr. Nara. It's nowhere in the scripture, nowhere in anywhere, just the points are mentioned. So it's great gift to this world by Dr. Nara. Thank you, Dr. Nara, wherever you are. We are very blessed. Thank you. Regarding tomorrow. Tomorrow we will go to Ayush Clinic, Malad, where we will have a demonstration, training, understanding about a couple of important treatments, which maybe we all can do for our clients, our family, our friends, our contacts, for our near and dear needs. And they are the treatments which we are going to see tomorrow are simple, useful, beneficial. In the morning time, we'll do that, and the afternoon or maybe evening, we will have a cooking class by 7. A couple of important recipes also we will be able to see, and also we will understand what are the logic behind the different recipes, not only to see the recipe, but to understand why we use this spice and not this, why we recommend this vegetable and not this. So all those we will see in the morning. The idea is to start Panchkarma training by 9:30 there. So if we are able to leave from here by 8:30, we can reach there 9 o'clock, 15 minutes for prayers, puja, setup, and then 9:30 we can start. Tomorrow whole day we will stay there, and then after dinner we will be back. Looking like we all are still energetic for dance. Yes? Yeah? Are we ready for? Good. So give us little bit time, take your all papers aside with you and put on this table. We have the people to move this table and chairs aside and give us 10 minutes this wall. Just go for the restrooms and washroom and fresh and come back. So by the time we will get the hall ready for fun, entertainment. Please. Thank you.